Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Ogre Battle 64. My name is HJ. Today in the organized screen we are doing a couple things. You can't upgrade leaders in their units unless you change their status off of leader. So you temporarily make someone else leader so you can upgrade their class. So we do that for Dick, Astonbell, and Muller. Dick and Astonbell we turn into Cataphracts. Muller we turn into a Paladin. And we didn't have to change her off a leader, but Emma, the sorceress in HJ's group, we upgrade her to a Siren. And then I spend a little bit of time trying to find items for all those guys that I just upgraded, and I find a little bit, but nothing too great. And then we go through and we do items for all the units that I used last mission. As customary, HJ, typical, whatever. So, there you go, 3.5 minutes organized screen condensed down. Not too bad. Today we're going to go to Fair Heights for Scene 21. And Scene 21 is the Eastern Orthodox Church. Those guys are assholes, by the way. From what I've heard from the scout, the Central Division is waiting for us. That's not good. The Eastern Orthodox Church has fallen to the Central Division. To Lotus? No, I didn't say that. The Followers of Birth would not fall to Lotus that easily. But since Eastern Orthodox isn't resisting, the Central Division is into the Central region. Well, I guess we're going to do the same thing. Yeah, I don't understand why the Eastern Orthodox Church isn't fighting back. Doesn't make sense. It is odd, indeed. We have no choice but to move onward, though. Now, this is our plan. This map has an interesting layout. It's all straightforward, and there's really no splits to be had, because once you get left, like that first main stronghold is in like that peninsula-looking thing. Yeah, using the smart words. You get there and there's that bridge to the right, but if you try and go take that stronghold to the left, you can take the stronghold to the left, and that's it. So, since the area is so narrow and straightforward, there's going to be a bunch of dudes everywhere. As Hugo is kind of explaining, but I'm explaining better, don't worry. So you can take that stronghold on the top left, really don't matter. Basically just do what you do, and watch out for all the dudes, because it's very narrow. Hugo, why was I summoned to this meeting? Why today? My vagina's bleeding. Do I get a special assignment? Am I right? Oh, come on, please, tell me. I like special things, my vagina. Why are you all excited? No, it's nothing like that. We have a visitor who says she knows you well. She should be here soon. Leia! Yeah, it's, what's-her-face? There you are, Leia. Meridia? Why are you... I can't believe you really joined the Revolutionary Army. Those guys are assholes. Your father's worried about you. Why don't you come home? You came all the way here to tell me that? Like, really, dude? Of course not. I was asked to deliver a message to the Revolutionary Army. Are you HJ? My name is Meridia. I came from the north to deliver a message from Count Silvus, Lord of Argent. Though they are few in number, there are people in the central region who support the revolution. You know, that last name really sounds familiar. We can't publicly act, but we're willing to help as much as possible. I'd have gone directly to Sir Frederick, but under these circumstances, best we could do. I'm terribly sorry. But would you mind telling Sir Frederick about our intentions? That is not a problem at all. Be rest assured that we will. But isn't that great news, HJ? Yeah, I don't know, I guess. Count Silvus. Wait a moment. ... You noticed! Yes, Count Silvus is indeed Leia's father. Of course. He loves his daughter very much, but she ran away and joined the army. Sigh. You know it wouldn't hurt to say hi to him once in a while. Yeah. Nope. Shaking her head. No! I'm not going back! You hear me? I'm not going home. I'm on my period. Close enough. Neither of us figured you'd listen to us. Sentence doesn't really flow well. ... Then what? Please take good care of Leia, HJ. Heart. And I want to ask for one more favor. May I join your battalion? I'm kind of worried about Leia, too. Heart. Sure. I like free soldiers. I'm not going to complain. Of course, get your ass in here. Try to get along with Leia, okay? I'm trying to work on a three-way for later. No problem. We've known each other for a long time. Oh, I like my odds then. Holy crap. Yeah, so, Meridia's here now, and possible 3-ways later, but most likely not. Because HJ is about as smooth as sandpaper. Not even close. So, beginning of this, I went to the organized screen. I went to the organized screen, and I checked Meridia out. No pun intended. And she's level 17, and I was going to put her in somewhere. Again, no pun intended, but I couldn't really think of a good unit to use her in. God, that all just sounds terrible. So I didn't use her this time. I just gotta stop talking. So before next time when we do the mission, I'll find a place to put her. Couldn't think of one right away this time. I was kind of too worried about, like, doing the mission. But she's level 17, some of the units are still 15 and 16, so it's not like I'd be at a disadvantage not using her. And the way this mission went, it wasn't really that big of a deal anyway. But the free help never hurts. It never hurts to have extra free help. Free help that you're not paying for, because it's free and helping. So yeah, as previously mentioned before, this one is very straightforward. As in, you go straight and you win. That's about it. I did want to take the stronghold on the left, even though you didn't need to. You know, because I'm a jerk and free XP and blah blah and what have you, but it's just, I feel like at this part of the game we're in a very good position to want to do that. I'm not, you know, struggling to get battles done anymore, because I'm finally starting to level everybody up to the point where we can take on the enemies to a certain extent. I do have some disadvantages once in a while, but overall I feel like we're finally starting to shape together a pretty decent army for endgame, which is nice. Because endgame isn't very close, but it's definitely coming up. I mean, there is a 4th chapter, so it's not like we're too far away from it, but we're getting there. We still got another probably 10 or 12 missions or so before we get there, but I mean, it's good to start thinking about that just in case, like making sure your guys are going the right way and leveling up your classes accordingly and plotting your units accordingly so you have a unit for every situation, except for cockatrice units, which I'm still terrible at. Spoiler alert, we do run into some in part 2. Yeah, they really need to stop showing up. But you can come up with the counter argument and go, oh, wait, Shale, you know, if you're just better at this, you'd have an anti-cockatrice unit. Yeah, but I don't, because fuck you. Because I'm bad at this. But it's okay, because it's all about the entertainment value, and I think I present a good product to make that happen. Also, if you've been paying attention to the combat in the background, I've been pulling out all the pagers I can at the beginning, because I didn't know how long this would take, so I was under the impression that I could pull out the pagers right away, and then regain them over the course of the mission, then use them later. That didn't happen, but it was a good idea. So if you think you're going to be in like a mission for a while, and you want to use pagers towards the end, try doing that. That might help you out a little bit. Burn your pagers right away, so you can use them again later, once they respawn. I don't know, I thought it was a good idea. Don't judge me. So, for some reason I decided to send like 2 or 3 people to the left, thinking that would help, but I really didn't need to, because there's nothing over there but like an extra unit. And I don't know if you remember that beast in the back there, but he's given us some problems before, so we paid to bane his ass out of there, just so we don't gotta deal with that shit. And it's tough to say, you know, which unit out of all the units I have is probably my favorite. But I gotta give some balls to Muller, and I think to Luna, because Muller's unit's all brute force. There's no magic in it, so it's like if you can't stab it in combat and it dies, you're not gonna beat it. And I think it was Luna. It might be Eric's, the one with the 3 spellcasters. I like that one too, because I never really ran a 3 spellcaster in the back unit before. I normally do 2 and a cleric. But it's interesting to see the triple combo magic when it comes out, because I'm normally not used to doing that. Now, I'm sure there's better ways you can optimize that accordingly and do 2 in like a special book or something, but I'm trying to do things a little bit different, because it's boring doing the same thing over and over and over. So we got to keep it interesting, we got to do other stuff, we got to try different combinations and try and get different secret characters that I'm normally used to getting. Everyone else has their idea of the best way to run Ogre Battle, and it's interesting to see what other people do. I'm not the only guy doing this, obviously, so it is what it is. This was kind of a weird encounter here. We kind of start getting into Legion 1 there, and I think coming up, for whatever reason, when we beat part of the Legion, they fly south, like below, yeah, right here, and Belinda gets attacked from behind, so we have the Cleric up front and the Archer up front, and we have two Paladins in back who are going to heal, but the problem is the Cleric up front took a shit ton of damage, so we bust out a heal leaf, and thankfully she didn't die, otherwise that would have been a pain in the ass. So coming up next time, we'll have part 2, the finale, where I show you how I do with the rest of the Legion and the ending battle. So we'll see you next time. Let's play Ogre Battle 64.